I am Dr. Vaishnavi Sharma, an Ayurvedic doctor, a spiritual realigner, and someone who has spent the last few years studying one thing obsessively. Why do two people with the exact same circumstances create two completely different lives? Why does one person stay stuck while another rises? Why does one person fall when another transforms in months? The world tells you that it is strategy or privilege or destiny. But after working with thousands of people, guiding them into deeper spiritual alignment, and living this experiment in my own life, I have realized something completely different. You do not create life by fighting it. You create life by aligning with it. And that alignment does not happen in the mind. It is not a virtue of the mind. It happens in the Atma, the spirit. So today I am here to give you 5 spiritual tools that can help you achieve anything in life. These tools are not about controlling life, but about becoming a channel through which life can finally flow. Because the truth that I want you to discover today is that life is not happening to you, it is happening through you. We will discuss these over a series of 5 steps, and these 5 steps are reimagining our scriptures. Nothing is more familiar to this dharti of Bharatvarsh as the spirituality. And I would like to bring your notice to something. Our Vedas are called the Shruti, then there are Upanishads and Puranas. But there are 2 scriptures that we call our Itihas. Itihas is something that happened, our history. And these scriptures are the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. So the very definition of Itihas is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Mokshanam, Upadesh Samanvitam, Purvavritam Kathayuktam. These are the gunas of Itihas. So Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha are our 4 Purusharthas, the 4 goals of human existence. Dharma is your one true responsibility. Artha are prosperity, auspiciousness. Kama are your desires, and moksha is liberation. These 4 are the 4 goals of human existence. And Itihas are the books in which it is told to you how you can actually achieve these goals. Itihasa, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, are retellings of the stories when Bhagavan came on this planet, took avatar, lived as a human being, and then gave us blueprints to how you can actually do everything in life. And we will discuss those tools over a series of 5 steps. The first step is reimagining faith as a tool for inner alignment. Let me take you to one of the most powerful moments of the Ramayana. Hanumanji is standing at the shore of the ocean. The wind is blowing, waves are roaring, and the sky is turning red with the setting sun. The mission is simple: leap across the ocean alone to find Sita Ji. At that moment, even Hanuman hesitates. Not because he is scared, but he has forgotten who he truly is. There is a whole conversation going on among the Vanaras. Angad thinks that he can leap across the ocean, but he is not confident that he will make it back. Jamvan, the senior-most member of the search party, goes to Hanuman, looks him in the eye and says to him, "Why are you quiet? Kavan so kaj kathin jag mahi, jo nahi hoi tat tum pahi." Which action is difficult enough that Hanuman himself cannot do it? Why are you quiet? Remember who you are. You are the son of the wind. You are the one who is chosen by Sri Ram himself. At that moment, something changes. Not on the outside, but on the inside. That inner click, that inner alignment is what creates the leap. Hanuman does not fly because he has faith in his mission. He flies because he has faith in his inner alignment. Faith is not a mere belief. It is a technology through which your inner system aligns with who you already are. And once you remember who you are, your actions change completely. And once you remember the potential of this human existence, your relationship with actions change completely. Because when your inner faith aligns, your outer actions cannot remain the same. You begin to think differently, act differently, talk differently, and present yourself differently because you are a changed person. In the Gita or the Ramayana, in every Shastra, the awakening of faith, therefore, is always followed by the right action. So the next step on our path is not about doing more, but about doing from the right consciousness. Let's understand what happens when your faith moves from your heart to your hands. Reimagining productivity. Reimagining productivity. Let me take you to another battleground, the Kurukshetra. Conches have been blown. The wind is rising. There is dust storm all over the Kurukshetra ground. There are warriors like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Arjun gearing up for this war, and in the middle of all this, the greatest archer of all times, Arjun, drops his Gandiv. He says to Bhagwan that Madhav, my mouth is dry. My hands, they are trembling. My purpose is slipping out of me. This is exhaustion. And you can reimagine productivity by stepping out of this exhaustion. This is not exhaustion of the body or the mind. It is the exhaustion of the spirit. In that moment, what does Bhagwan do? He does not tell Arjun, come on, you have got this, be disciplined, make a strategy, you have so much privilege on your side. Nothing. Bhagwan does something far deeper. He says to Arjuna, Yoga karma su kaushalam. Yoga is skill in action, not because of effort, but because of alignment. So many of us keep running on autopilot, jumping from one project to the other project, from one class to another class, that we forget the true strength of what inner alignment can bring to our actions. When your spirit aligns, ideas flow, solutions appear to you. That is why a project that you truly believe in is far more successful than one that you're just present for, because your body is present in it, but your mind isn't, and your spirit totally is not. So with an aligned spirit, we create work of greater quality. Your work is most powerful when it happens through you, because again, I want you all to realize that life is not happening to you, it is happening through you. That takes me to the third step in our journey, which is reimagining control. Reimagining control by realizing how much of it is actually in our hands. Let me take you back to the world of Ramayana. After Kaikeyi's promise is fulfilled, Sri Ram walks out of the castle of Ayodhya. He is not wearing any jewelry, not wearing a crown, no armies. This man that you're looking at is the one who was supposed to be the king next day. His coronation is supposed to happen the next day. He's born as the eldest son to Raja Dashrath. It is his birthright to become the king of Ayodhya. Yet this person to whom Raja Janak gave his daughter away to this person to become the queen of Ayodhya. But this man is walking out of the palace of Ayodhya wearing clothes of a sannyasi. Besides him walks his strength Sitaji, and behind him walks his armor Lakshman. This man that you're looking at is not a defeated man. He's a man who's surrendered. Surrender is true wisdom, knowing when your will must soften into the will of the divine. And Sri Ram knows something which most of us do not. When we cling to control, we shrink the size of our future to the size of our fears. But when we let go, we let life emerge into something that is far bigger than our imagination. And this wisdom of the very wise Sri Ram is what takes him from becoming Raja Ramchandra of Ayodhya to Bhagavan Shri Ramachandra. I teach this through various examples because this teaching is also echoed in the Gita. As Bhagavan says, Sarvameva parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Let go of all the reins of control that you're trying to hold on to and surrender unto me. The first and the second step, which is reimagining faith and reimagining productivity, is something that most high-functioning individuals do. They get their faith right, they get their productivity right. But after that is the point where you actually find yourself stuck. Because when, with that faith and productivity, we reach a certain point in our journey, we start thinking that it is happening because we have it all under control. But the truth is that nothing is under your control. And that realization of nothing is under my control happens at the rock bottom of our lives. From there, we must move to our fourth tool, which is reimagining influence from attention to awakening. Let me take you to a dense, deep forest, a forest in which even light was afraid to enter, a forest in which animals scarcely moved, a forest in which whoever entered never made out. Because in this forest lived a man named Ratnakar, a robber, a hunter of humans, somebody who lived off of taking things from other people. One day, Narada, the divine sage, went into that jungle with the eternal Narayan name on his mouth, Narayan, Narayan, and suddenly Ratnakar jumped out with a drawn weapon. Narad did not flinch. Narad did not move. He asked him one simple question. This life that you live, these karmas that you do, who are you doing it for? And will those people share this karma with you at the end of your life? Most of us have heard this story. But did one question, no intervention, no big talk, no speech, no threats, just this one question actually transformed Ratnakar's life? Yes, it did. Because Narad did not attack his behavior, he awakened his awareness. Ratnakar went to his family, his friends, and asked every Bhagwan, you live off of all the things that I robbed for you. Will you share that karma with me? And even his wife said, no, I won't. That moment changed Ratnakar forever. He went to Narad, and Narad Muniji gave him the Ramanam, the eternal key to transcend. But Ratnakar was so consumed by darkness that he could not even say the name of Sri Rama. So Narad Muni had to flip it into Mara, a sound that would dissolve into the eternal name of Rama, 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 into the name of Sri Rama. And years passed, karmas dissolved. And the hunter Ratnakar died long before his body did, and from the ashes emerged Valmiki, the poet who gave us Ramayana, the poet who gave the world the story of Bhagavan himself. Can you believe he was actually a robber at one place in his life? That is what true influence is. It is never listen to me, it is always listen to your spirit. And a true influencer in your life, it is always taught to us that you are the sum total of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And when I talk about reimagining influence, I actually want you to understand what sort of an influence your circle is bringing to you and what kind of influence are you for other people. Trying to awaken remembrance is true influence. Admiration is not influence. Influence is not attention, it is activation. You do not gain value for how long you can be of interest for someone. Your real value lies in if you can stir their own interest in themselves or in something bigger than themselves. Which brings me to the final tool. The 5th tool is reimagining attention. Something that turns ordinary into sacred. One moment in Mahabharata for which it is said by our rishis that if you understand this, you will understand life itself. That moment is when, after the greatest transmission of knowledge, the Bhagavad Gita, has happened, that transmission has happened after the conversation of Bhagavan Shri Krishna and Arjun. Arjun says to Bhagavan, show me your true form, with folded hands. He is sitting on the ground and then 1,000 suns start blazing at once. All future, all past, all karmas, all destiny takes form. Universes are unfolding in him, they are collapsing in him. There are thousands of suns, thousands of moons, thousands of Vaikuntha ब्रह्मलोक द्रव हूं तो दृश्य अकांड देख, मुझ में सारा ब्रह्मांड देख. The entire universe is pulsating within one being. This is the Vishwarup, the cosmic form. And the real miracle is that nothing on the outside has changed. The war is still there, the Kurukshetra Bhumi is still there, Bhishma is still fighting for the other army, the chariots are still rolling, there are thousands of elephants, horses ready to fight with each other in order to win over the other party. Everything is there. Duryodhana is still alive, justice has still not been served, but suddenly Arjun is calmer now. He is at peace. The noise is still there, the war is still there. The only thing that has changed is Arjun's attention. Reimagining attention, it was that turned the ordinary into sacred. That shift opens a portal that revealed the divine hiding in the ordinary. Very beautifully Tulsidas ji says this, Siya Ram main sab jag jani, karo pranam jori jug pani. With folded hands, I do pranam to every particle in this universe, because I know that in every particle there is Sita and Rama. Shastra says where attention goes, prana flows. Give your full attention to a problem and it becomes a mountain. Give your full attention to the solution and that mountain dissolves. Give attention to your fear and it grows many folds, and attention to truth, your fear dissolves. These 5 tools teach us a teaching that echoes in the Kathopanishad. If you have ever seen a picture of Arjun on the chariot where Shri Krishna is holding the reins and Arjun is holding the bow, there is a reason why that image has survived for 1,000 years. Because it is not just a scene on the battlefield. It is the map of human experience. The horses represent our 5 senses: sight, sound, taste, touch and smell. Senses through which we always run towards the world. The reins represent the prana, the life force that guides those senses. The chariot represents the body. Arjun represents the mind, the one who must choose. And Krishna represents divine intelligence, Sat Chit Anand, eternal bliss. That consciousness that knows the way is Krishna here. This is how ordinary becomes sacred, and sacred becomes the very reality of our lives. Before I sum up my talk for the day, I would just like to leave you with that one realization with which we started. These 5 tools can help us achieve anything in life if we realize that life is not happening to us, it is happening through us. I hope you take it as your takeaway for the day. Namaste.